I'm Anginita Hilton,
I'm Stacy Scott.
and this is Let That Be the Reason.
Let it be.
Now, today we're going to talk about boundaries. And one of the things I ended up hearing yesterday that was very disturbing. I went down to Columbus, Georgia to see about one of my sons who was in hospice and he was terminal. Well, while I was gone,
Right.
come to find out, one of the kids' friends called one of my kids' cell phones up until 1 o'clock in the morning, which caused him to lose his job because he wasn't able to get any rest. Wanting to come to my house with 20 people we don't know to have a party.
Why?
After my son clearly said no.
No.
So what are the boundaries?
The boundaries are you're disrespecting my no for one thing. No means no under any circumstance. Whether it be come to my house, do a drug, see other people. Boundaries are boundaries. You cannot step into my corner in my circle when I say no. No means no.
But okay, so what do you do when you have a person? Okay, there's always a clear line. It's an invisible line drawn between your friendships, your family, your man, your children. Okay, I don't want a woman coming to my home and I'm not here. That line should be drawn that you don't come in my house.
You know, and when you and I were growing up, those boundaries were respected. These kids today, they have no boundaries. They have no respect. They're doing things as society instead of what they believed in the values that were instilled in them. Peer pressure will allow anyone to cross boundaries.
Okay, so now when a person is crossing those boundaries, okay, if you tell me if your personal belongings are sitting there, just because you're not in the room, it does not give me a validated right to put my hands on your things. Or it doesn't give me the right to walk outside your door with something that I didn't clearly ask
You
for.
are so very right. So at that point, personally, I confront. I try to do it adultly. I try to do it respectfully. But at that point, you have to get that individual. You have to set them down. You have to allow them to know that you're coming to them with your boundaries. And this is, now you've crossed that line. It's time for me to eliminate the obstacle.
And I agree. Anytime you have anyone who will clearly, openly, and defiantly, with malice of intent, to cross over a line, a boundary, that level of respect, and it is not there, it's like a cancer. You got to pull it, you got to cut it, and you got to set it free.
Set it free. Got to let it go. Now this come with people, this come with places, and this come with things. If these people are an obstacle, let them go. If the places become an obstacle, you can't go. Through these people in these places, these things occur that now allows you into the same situation. Society has these kids believing it's okay to step on people's boundaries. It's not going. We as people, as adults, as mothers, we have to teach these children boundaries of their own. And until they're instilled that, we get nothing.
Society runs amok.
Society runs amok. Let me tell you, I ran into some family members a couple weeks ago. However, a new addition was in the circle. I pulled the female. I said, sweetheart, how old are you? She told me she's 17. I said, well, either you're going to leave or I'm going to leave. Due to the fact that there's people that's having cocktails, there's people that are talking adult life, there's people that may even kiss their partner. However, I don't feel as though it's feasible for a 17-year-old. Again, I went into their boundaries, and this was what they were allowing their 17-year-old family member to do. So I eliminated myself. So therefore, those people and that place was not going to allow me to involve in those things.
Right.
My boundaries at that point had to be set and firm.
give ourselves accountability for
Definitely.
what we do.
Most definitely.
And you can't sit and say, well, it's society,
No.
or it's my husband or my kids, when it's clearly you. If you do not set some level of respect
Right.
for yourself, that is your foundation, and you don't walk and crack that foundation, make it solid,
Exactly.
then you're gonna have problems.
Well, and again, you are what you learn to be. So whatever environment these kids are coming out of, whatever their values and beliefs are in their homestead, now goes outside to their peers. They embed them together, and they get what they're giving us.
Yeah.
Which 9 times out of 10 is little or nothing. A majority of the kids today have no education. They have no homestead.
Nope.
They have no responsibilities.
No.
And therefore they're running them up.
No. And then this thing, where these kids are bisexual.
Wow.
Again, there's no line drawn, because
Definitely.
now you're just all over the place. You need to pick a side to get there.
Well, and again, you are what you learn to be. There's not a lot of God in these households today. So without the Creator, your beliefs and your values come from where? Unfortunately, these kids don't pick up a Bible. They don't look for the higher power. They are looking for the quick, fast, and the hurry. So their boundaries
Everything
are
is
limited.
instant.
Definitely.
Now, and let that be the reason